Bro, my name is Vince Russo, and I am a big fan of the worldwide interweb, bro. That's right, bro. I love YouTube, and bro, I am always looking for the next big thing, the next big show, the next big personality, and I think I found it, bro. On YouTube, Casey is Raw, bro. Casey is an avid, bro, video game collector. Loves playing retro games, bro, just like me. As a matter of fact, bro, the only game I've ever beat, bro, is Rygar, bro. Rygar on the original Nintendo system. But, bro, let me tell you, Casey even has a podcast, bro. A podcast where he talks wrestling, and it's called Saturday is Raw. Also, bro, Casey goes video game hunting, and he takes you along, man. Check it out. YouTube, Casey is Raw. Podcast, Saturday is Raw. Bro, check out Casey.
What up, guys? My name is Casey is Raw, and today I will take two gameplays between WWF No Mercy and WWF 2000 on the N64. I will show you previous gameplays, short edition versions of both gameplays. They're both very long games, so I'm not going to show full gameplays on both of them, but I'll put both what they go for pricecharting.com, and let's go ahead and play No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000.
Alright, these are the intros for WrestleMania 2000 and WWF No Mercy. See which one had the better intro. So we'll check them out and I'll tell you my opinion. Right now, I would say WrestleMania 2000 is winning it for me, but No Mercy does introduce some of the people by name, like he says, The Rock and Mankind. I mean, but it took them forever to get into the action, while WrestleMania 2000 just got right into the action. So, I mean, even though they're completely two different styles, I mean, you could still see WrestleMania 2000 doing action, and No Mercy just wrapped up, and WrestleMania 2000 is still going. So, I think WrestleMania 2000 had the better intro. I mean, it's about to wrap up now. But I still say WrestleMania 2000 did it because they went right into the action instead of, hyping it up. So, to me, it is WrestleMania 2000. Alright, here is the who had the better belts and wrestlers selection. With WrestleMania 2000, you can label your own belts, while No Mercy, you can't do that. It just has the current championship belts at the time. I would make my own ECW championship, and I think I made a CEO championship. So, for WrestleMania 2000, both games, you can create a wrestlers. I think WrestleMania 2000 has a little bit more wrestlers to choose. Obviously, you could change up their gears too for both games. I still think WrestleMania 2000 had the better selection. And I believe you can change the groups around. Like, you could see No Mercy put the group of WCW right there. Then you have ECW, and I think I did kind of almost the same thing with WrestleMania 2000. I see WWF right there. But I know No Mercy, I did that for sure, because I believe at that time ECW was defunct, and same thing with WCW. And you can see right there on WrestleMania 2000, I was able to have separate the sections and see it says WCW as well. And then you can see I put Shane McMahon, the leader of WCW, and Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Goldberg, Bret Hart, DDP, Jeff Jarrett was in the game, Sean Stasiak's in the game. So, that's probably just before Jeff Jarrett. I think Jeff Jarrett already left, but same thing with Sean Stasiak. And there's ECW, got Paul Heyman, Taz, Tommy Dreamer, Just Incredible, Rob Van Dam, Rhino, and the Dudleys. But I think for No Mercy, they have way more women wrestlers selection. So, and you can see No Mercy has the NWO section. Even though, I mean, that's during the time when the bad version of NWO was happening. That's why the Big Show is in there, and same thing with X-Pac, and rumors of Triple H was going to be part of the NWO at that same time. back at WrestleMania 2000, you got the hardcore division I put right there. So, I think the lineup, yeah, I think I give it to WrestleMania 2000 again. I think it had way more wrestlers selection, and you can create wrestlers too, but yeah, you can create wrestlers for No Mercy, but I think they're giving you way more selection to for WrestleMania 2000. You can see I'm at No Mercy. I'm already done. I'm waiting for the WrestleMania 2000 spot. And look, I got the right censor section. So obviously that's during the hard time in 2000, 2001 when they had the right to censor. So yeah, to me, WrestleMania 2000 was definitely the better game for belts and wrestler selection. And you can see I even have a section for punks. I think I just need to make a room for put random wrestlers. So I just labeled it punks for some reason. I love how you can choose Paul Bearer as a wrestler. I mean, No Mercy wouldn't do that, even though, yeah, you can play as, like Stephanie McMahon and Linda McMahon, but you can play as Paul Bearer in WrestleMania 2000. And there's another section of punks where you got, just a bunch of random wrestlers. Like you got the Hardys and Mark Henry, D'Lo, Big Show, Mick Foley, Test. And I'm still going on WrestleMania 2000. When I'm done on showing off the wrestlers on No Mercy, and I'm talking about not only the wrestlers that came with the game, and also the wrestlers I created. And I'm still going. I mean, you got Pat Patterson, you got Gerald Briscoe, Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler. Just imagine, like, yeah, Jim Ross was very popular at that time, but like, did people really want to wrestle as Jim Ross? I mean, I can at least understand. The King. Yeah, so WrestleMania 2000 had the better wrestler selection and the better belt selection. And right here is the best gameplay between each. So what I did is that I used the Royal Rumble because I played in the Royal Rumble. I think I was gonna say I started as Chris Benoit in both of them, but no, I started with Chris Benoit with WrestleMania 2000. And I guess in this version I started as Andre the Giant. And they're both Hulk Hogan coming out at the same time. And what's funny, both times on my gameplays on that, I got copyrighted for the music. No, yes, I was correct actually. I was playing as Chris Benoit in both these games. I just came out last on No Mercy, while WrestleMania 2000 I came in first. So I mean, as the gameplay, like with the controller, is pretty much identical between both of them. Like, this is when WrestleMania 2000 came out, was when they finally got wrestling gameplay down good. WWF Warzone was playable, but it wasn't the best gameplay for it. I mean, you still had to you had to pause the game, go to the menu, see what selection for moves are, while it was a lot easier to do it with WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy. By then, they finally figured that out, how to do it. Before that, it was just like some WWF and even WCW games would be almost like Street Fighter like kind of games, and then also it would be more like they were focusing on grappling. It was just before, honestly, WCW and NWO Revenge, and I think also WCW NWO World Tour. Before that, it was just not playable. A lot of those wrestling games weren't playable. When they finally reached WCW and NWO World Tour, it was actually playable now. So they finally figured it out by the time they reached that. So since then, the gameplay from WCW, NWO World Tour, and all the way up to No Mercy, the controls are pretty much identical. But look at this, with No Mercy, you have Stephanie McMahon entering the Royal Rumble. So I believe No Mercy, you would have the women come in. You're able to let the women fight the men, while in WrestleMania 2000, you're not able to fight the women with the men. You can only fight women with women, men with men. Even when China was fighting men at the time. So gameplay is going to be hard to choose who really wins, because like I said, the controls is identical. But we'll see if anything makes one better than the other. But it's kind of cool to have the women come in. Like I said, you got Stephanie McMahon who would come in, then you would have Linda McMahon would come in. Talk about McMahon, you got Mr. McMahon coming into WrestleMania 2000 right there. Yeah, right now, I still say that pretty much the gameplay is almost identical. But, I would give it to No Mercy, because the women is able to join, like I said before, but, controls the same. I know I had someone recently complain about, why is it just only allowed 4 wrestlers? Why couldn't it go up to 6? I mean, actually, I think at the time, that's all the 4 could handle. But I'm you only had 4 slots, or 4 controllers for the N64 anyways at the time. And honestly, if you had more than 4, it'd probably been crazy to handle. Not, it's hard to handle. So I could see why they wouldn't do more than 4. And it probably would bog it down. It was probably just best to keep it at 4. But yeah, right now I slightly give it to No Mercy right now. But right now it's 2-1. WrestleMania 2000 is winning still, and it's No Mercy barely squeaked this one out because it has. I mean, okay, there's Earl Hebner, so that kind of makes it even funnier. Earl Hebner in the ring for No Mercy. Come on, man. But then WrestleMania 2000, you would have Paul Bearer come in. Even though I don't know if he came in this gameplay that I did, but just seeing Earl Hebner entering the ring as a participant for the Royal Rumble, it's kind of funny. And there goes Hulk Hogan on No Mercy side. And look, there's Jacqueline joining the Royal Rumble on the No Mercy side. And you wouldn't get that for the WrestleMania 2000. And honestly, Jacqueline was a badass chick who kicked some ass. Same thing with China. So I can understand that would be more possible. But then, like, when you have Stephanie McMahon and Linda, oh, you got the Good Father coming out from WrestleMania 2000. Talk about China, there she is on No Mercy side. So, you know, and like I said before, China was, at that time, she was really wrestling the men anyways. Yeah, at WrestleMania 2000, I mean not WrestleMania 2000, at WrestleMania X7, she did wrestle for the women's championship and won it, but it was a squash match. Like, if she would have stayed in the WWF, she would have been probably like the champion forever as the women's champion. On the No Mercy side. So JR is now in the Royal Rumble. Oh my god. I'm sure during that time frame it might have gave a huge pop. And there goes Jim Ross. He's been eliminated by the Crippler. Oh my god, Linda McMahon comes out right after Jim Ross. What the heck? The Crippler's going off. He's going after Linda McMahon. And looks like she's about to be eliminated as well. And there goes Linda from the Royal Rumble. Here comes Paul Bearer in the Royal Rumble for WrestleMania 2000 section. Let's see what happens now. He actually reversed probably like a pile driver. Paul Bear is actually doing okay right now. Well, it's the Big Show. Gosh, Paul Bear just reversed throwing someone into the ropes. Here comes Pat Patterson. And on the No Mercy side, you got the Cat, Jerry Lawler's ex-wife. Pile driver on Paul Bear. I think that was Michael Hayes who just did a pile driver on him. Pat Patterson eliminated the Big Show. And I think on the WrestleMania 2000 side, it's down to the final three. So you got Pat Patterson, and it looks like Michael Hayes, and Paul Bear. That's a hell of a Royal Rumble, the final three. While on No Mercy, it looks like you got Devon, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, and the Cat. I already know the two winners, but I figure let it run because it's kind of funny on the WrestleMania 2000 side. Who's left in that ring? Oh, there goes Pat Patterson to eliminate Michael Hayes. It's down to Paul Bear and Pat Patterson. And Pat Patterson has eliminated Paul Bear, and he is the Royal Rumble winner. And while that Dude Love came down to the ring for No Mercy, so Pat Patterson won the Royal Rumble, and now it's up to No Mercy. So, yeah, the gameplay is kind of identical. Like I said before, but I think I would say I would give it a sliver slightly to No Mercy because the women can fight the men in this game. And it looks, here comes Lita in the Royal Rumble now. So, let's move on. Now, No Mercy side is down to the final four, and it's The Rock entering the Royal Rumble. Looks like you got Chris Benoit, Triple H, The Rock, and Devon Dudley. The final four. And it looks like The Rock has been eliminated quickly. So it's down to Devon, Triple H, and the Chris Benoit. Suplex from Chris Benoit to Triple H. Giant slaps. Another suplex. That's almost like the perfect plex. Oh shit, Chris Benoit's pissed. He's slamming his fist down to the ground. He's mad. Oh, Triple H was on the ropes. Chris Benoit is going. He's trying to take out Triple H.
No way Devon knows any submission moves. Oh, there goes Devon, about to get eliminated. He was about to be eliminated. They're double teaming on Triple H. Oh. Pump handle slam from Devon Dudley. Triple H got Chris Benoit got Triple H. He eliminated Triple H. It's down to Chris Benoit and Devon Dudley, and Chris Benoit is coming to get him now. Devon had him down, but here comes Chris Benoit. Oh, looks like Benoit is about to eliminate him, and Chris Benoit is the Royal Rumble winner again. So yeah, like I said before, I would slightly give the win to No Mercy for best gameplay. Now it's to best story gameplay. You got Undertaker with a weird looking cowboy hat instead of his Undertaker hat, with a storyline going on. Well, you just have a match list for WrestleMania 2000. Entrance. No Mercy is kind of cool. Here comes Grandmaster Sexay. You got Goldberg coming out. Mamacita from No Mercy. See, that was cool back in the day. I know I skipped some of the... They're doing it on WrestleMania 2000 as well. You see draws. That wasn't just No Mercy. With the film intro. Well, now you got two fights going on. So, we'll fast forward. And you got Scott Hall going for the Razor's Edge. And he's going for the pin. And he got the win on the No Mercy side. And you get some WWF money, and you can see the storyline going right there. It says going to Chapter 2, the #1 contender. And here comes Scott Hall front on SmackDown. Oh, by the way, on WrestleMania 2000, you got DDP and Goldberg win. Here comes The Undertaker with the Light Heavyweight Championship. So you got Scott Hall versus The Undertaker for the Light Heavyweight Championship. And you can see the other matches for WrestleMania 2000. I like that, but I also would like to see the storyline. But I do like how they have Monday Night Raw and Sunday Night Heat pyros welcoming you to that show. But then it's just the match lineups again. You got DDP versus Mosh from the Headbangers. And there's the Headbangers intro video. Mosh. So it looks like Eddie Guerrero on No Mercy's side was interfering for Undertaker. Apparently it's a no disqualification because Eddie Guerrero has interfered with the match, causing Scott Hall to be overcome, even though he just did the pile driver onto Undertaker. On the WrestleMania 2000 side, you got DDP going for the win, and he got the win. Wow, Scott Hall is getting ganged up from both Eddie Guerrero and The Undertaker. It's not looking good for Scott Hall for that one. While DDP moves on with the storyline for WrestleMania 2000. Opens up Monday Night Raw again. So it's a tag team match for DDP and Goldberg versus, looks like Shawn Stasiak and the Blue Meanie. PMS. That's when he was meat for PMS. The Blue Meanie. That's funny. And looks like Scott Hall finally got rid of Eddie Guerrero, but he's in bad shape now against The Undertaker. So it's not looking good for Scott Hall. He's pretty worn down. Looks like Scott Hall trying to do a pile driver, and Undertaker reverse and got the pin on Scott Hall. So The Undertaker retains the World Light Heavyweight Championship. You get some WWF money. It's following the storyline, timeline. You carry him as Taz. It looks like you got Taz. Hold on. Taz bumped into Scott Hall in the backstage right there. In the parking lot, you got Eddie Guerrero talking to Scott Hall right now. And now they're fighting in the backstage.
it's Scott Hall versus Eddie Guerrero in the backstage. So now, well, not only in the backstage, in the parking lot, you can see there's a semi-trailer with the doors open. So that's cool. See, honestly, wouldn't there be security to try to separate them? There's just a random stop sign on the ground, just randomly just sitting there, Not someone would hang it back up where it needs to go or toss it away. It just sits, it's just lying there. Oh my gosh, that's gonna cause some CTE with that stop sign. Right now, it's more entertaining on the No Mercy side because you got the backstage with the weapon. Well, you got a tag team match for the WrestleMania 2000 side. And honestly, it's kind of hard to win any match in either tag teams or any matches that has more than 2 people. It's kind of hard to win that match. Now I'm trying to get Eddie Guerrero and Scott Hall inside the trailer. Got them inside the trailer. I wanted to fight inside the semi-trailer. I just thought it'd be kind of cool. Pile driver to the wooden floor at the top of the semi-trailer. Knowing that flooring, that would hurt. It hurts just kneeling or crawling on that wood floor for a long amount of time. And I know how thick that stuff is, so that would hurt if you connected with the wood flooring of that trailer. Being a semi-trailer mechanic, it's pretty accurate. They do have trailers with wooden slots like that on the sides, and also those metal tracks on the side of the walls. Those are E-tracks. Because let's say if you have merchandise you don't want it to fall down or on pallets, you can put these load locks that would hold it into place. So that's pretty accurate. The light, that could have been something they could have added inside the trailer. Like, I've seen trailers where it has light, has motion detection, and it'll turn the light on, but it's very rare. Maybe there'll be a switch where you turn the light on, but most likely there's not a light in there. But because it's a WWF semi-trailer, there's probably a reason why there would be one in there. But I thought it was kind of cool for them fighting inside a trailer, and my goal was try to finish the match inside the trailer because of that. But I guarantee you, them wrestling in that trailer, that would hurt. Whipping them back and forth probably would hurt against the wood planks on the wall and the E-track. And like I said, slamming onto the wooden floor, that would hurt. So I guarantee you they would feel that. And throwing them against the wall, the nose of the trailer, probably not as much unless, he hits their head on the side of the nose of the trailer. Looks like Scott Hall's trying to power up. But on WrestleMania 2000 side, it's like not really that much entertaining right now. Suplex onto the wooden floor, that would definitely hurt. And Scott Hall is, giving the Stone Cold elbow. And he looks like he's getting ready to do the Razor's Edge, but it's been reversed. Eddie throws him to the side of the trailer. Oh, backdrops him on the floor of the trailer. That's gotta hurt.
taking a bump on the trailer. That got hurt too. Yeah, right now the No Mercy side is more entertaining than the WrestleMania 2000 side. It's just, like I said before, it's just a tag team match on that side, while you're wrestling in the backstage. But on WrestleMania 2000, yeah, DDP and Goldberg got the win for the tag team match, so they're moving on. Looks like Scott Hall has him in a submission move. It looks like I was checking who's the champions on the WrestleMania 2000 side right now. Moving to Sunday Night Heat. And it's DDP versus Mosh again. When looks like Scott Hall's doing he tapped him out in the trailer. I thought, yeah, it's like a figure four. That's what it looks like. So Scott Hall moves on and he defeats Eddie Guerrero in the backstage. While, yeah, DDP takes on Headbanger Mosh. So you can see the storyline continues with the timeline. Counterattack Part 2. So you got Grandmaster Sexay in the bar while Scott Hall attacks him inside the bar. See, you would think this is like a local bar, right? Like, you think this is like Tim White's bar that they always fight in and destroy the place. That should be like the theme, right? But apparently this bar, well, I guess it makes sense. There are bars in the arena. It's not like it's uncommon, so. But this one is more like inside the backstage. So there's a bar backstage. So when I see this, you figure if you're a WWF fan or a WWE fan, you know about Tim White's bar, where the acolytes always just destroyed the place. And I think my goal with Scott Hall was trying to do the Razor's Edge on the pool table, but I couldn't get Grandmaster Sexay. And DDP has beaten Headbanger Mosh with the Diamond Cutter. Well, that storyline continues. Oh, Scott Hall gets the pull cue and just starts hitting him over the head with it. Moving to Monday Night Raw on the WrestleMania 2000 side. Now you got DDP. Looks like Headbanger Mosh. And I didn't see who else. Oh, it's Steve Blackman. Oh, nice. It's still more entertaining on the No Mercy side, because it's inside the bar. See, that's the one thing I would have to kind of give it to No Mercy on this side, because WrestleMania 2000, you couldn't do backstage fights. So that was kind of what was cool, is that No Mercy got it outside from the arena, where it's more, you can fight in the parking lot, you can fight in the backstage, you can fight in the, apparently the bar. Where's the police, by the way? You figure you have two wrestlers fighting inside the bar right now, and Scott Hall throws them out into the hallway of the arena, finds the chairs, and packs in the head with the chair. does some Stone Cold elbows on him, and looks like he's going for the Razor's Edge in the hallway. And they connected. And going for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. So Scott Hall beat Grandmaster Sexay in the hallway with the Razor's Edge. Like Clue. Got some more WWF money. And the timeline continues for No Mercy. Well, it's a triple threat on WrestleMania 2000 side. Here comes The Undertaker on No Mercy side. He's doing a promo right now. And here comes Scott Hall. And here comes Eddie Guerrero with a bunch of roses. And here comes Grandmaster Sexay. Now it's a handicap match between you got Eddie Guerrero and Grandmaster Sexay versus Scott Hall. So it's pretty much impossible. You would have to literally just destroy them with weapons, and that's what I'm doing right now. On WrestleMania 2000 side, you got DDP hit the Diamond Cutter on Steve Blackman, and the Diamond Cutter on Headbanger Mosh, and he goes for the pin on Steve Blackman. 1, 2, and 3. DDP has beaten both of those guys in a triple threat match. Well, you got Scott Hall and Eddie Guerrero in the handicap match. While DDP moves on. And I think Scott Hall gets overcome because he just couldn't take them to the point where I had to call a draw on it. Now it's DDP versus Headbanger. Is that Trasher? My final thoughts on between WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy. It's pretty dang close. If we would go back and look, I thought the intros for both games, I thought WrestleMania 2000 looked better. It went into the action faster. But, I mean, No Mercy wasn't bad intro at all. And it was longer on WrestleMania 2000. I thought WrestleMania 2000 had the more selection for wrestlers. You can also, on both games, you could create wrestlers and move the wrestlers around, and also you can customize the wrestlers' gear. So that was pretty close, but I give that to WrestleMania 2000. WrestleMania 2000, you can make your own belts, so it doesn't have to be just WWF World, Intercontinental, and so on and so forth. Like, I made WCW belt, I believe. I know I made the ECW belt. So you couldn't do that with No Mercy, because on No Mercy side, it's just they had the normal belts they had. You got the WWF, Intercontinental, European, Tag Team, Lightweight, and the Women's belt. So, like I said, I give that to WWF WrestleMania 2000. While gameplay is damn near identical. When I was doing the Royal Rumble, I kind of gave it slightly to No Mercy because with the women joining them into the Royal Rumble. Just very slightly, but the gameplay I would give it to No Mercy. But as the storyline, I would probably timeline also, I would probably give that to No Mercy because there's more of a story you can follow. Plus, you can also
wrestle in the backstage, in the parking lot, in the bar. So, my final thoughts, it's really hard. I mean, it's almost a damn near draw. I mean, gameplay, you gotta give it to No Mercy. Selection, you gotta give it to WrestleMania 2000. Like, either way, I mean, there's no wrong answer, but I guess I gotta give it to No Mercy. I think No Mercy is the winner. So, if you enjoy my content, please give me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate you guys giving me a watch, and I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good day, and bye.
In the arena where the gamers rise, raw energy flows beneath the neon skies. Casey's channel a battleground to explore. Join the Legion, it's time to roar. Like, subscribe, don't walk away, join the frenzy.